Hi, this is Di, the bass playing mom, and today I'm going to talk about some mistakes you could be making playing bass. Whether you're new at playing the electric bass or you transferred over from playing guitar, we're going to talk about some mistakes that, well, I have made playing bass, and I want to see if you're making those mistakes too. If you think I missed any mistakes, add them in the comments below. That would be great. The first mistake I would say is, are you leaving your dominant hand in one place? So when you are playing bass, you're going to want to rest your thumb. Are you resting your thumb on the pickup or are you resting it on the string? Probably depends on what note you're playing. The amazing thing is that you are not limited in tone. You are not limited to this hand position. Okay, so you're not limited to this tone. If you go here and move your hand closer to the bridge, do you hear how plunky those are? Get more staccato notes down here, shorter, round notes. So that's the advantage of being here closer to the bridge. If you come down here by the neck, get these nice long notes. So if you want nice long legato notes, aiming up here. Even sometimes if I'm playing quietly behind someone who's talking, let's say, I will pluck with my thumb, because that's so super round and open sounding. Take advantage of this whole area around your pick guard. So are you making that mistake? Number two, are you putting your thumb in the wrong place? So your non-dominant hand is going to be on the neck of the bass. My question for you is, where is your thumb? A lot of guitar players who start playing bass continue to keep their thumb up here, wrapped around the neck of the bass. And I will call it a mistake, even though technically it's perfectly okay, but I'm gonna call it a mistake. So I want as much reach as possible. If my thumb is all the way here, my grip is very tight and it's hard to reach all of the strings. However, if my thumb is in the middle of the neck, how much easier. I'm making a pinching motion then between each string and my thumb. Keep your thumb where I can't see it. And my next mistake I want to talk about is playing open strings. As you see, none of my fingers are on the fretboard. I'm having to mute because open strings ring a lot. And so if you go from maybe a G to a D, they're gonna ring on top of one another, which is not nearly as musical. So if you can learn your fretboard and know your closed positions for the same notes, that's gonna be a real advantage in your bass playing. Because you're gonna want to play on those closed. So remember, if you're playing it tuned to G, you've got a G right here. See, I can reach it down here. There's D. And I can get a much rounder, better tone. Listen to the tone on this A. And listen to the tone on this A. I mean, it's floppy sounding. So that's a great advantage, closed strings. The only place you're gonna not have a choice is like all the way down to E. Or if you're drop D, let's say. But that's your only excuse. Otherwise, I want to see you close up those strings. So now let's talk about locking in with the drummer. When I say locking in with the drummer, what do I mean? I am talking about your ability to capture what the drummer is playing in his kick pattern while you're playing bass. Especially in worship music, it is often the bass player who is playing exactly the same rhythm that the drummer is playing in his kick pattern. And this is used in lots of forms of popular music. So you want to listen for that in the drummers that you hear. I think you hear it in jazz too. Now the bass player is going to play more notes and more syncopation than the drummer, but following that kick pattern is going to give you a great place to start. So you want to be locking in with the drummer. That means listening to the kick pattern the drummer's playing and playing the same thing as him. So if he's playing 4 on the floor, kick 2, 3, 4, you're gonna play. It's your pattern. If he is playing, let's see. If he is playing on the 2 and the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a section I can make a whole video about, but I want a live drummer, and we're going to show you how to lock in because it's a very important skill. So just remember, when you are playing bass, do not pay attention to the strum pattern of the guitar player. You want to make sure you're paying attention to that drummer. Thank you so much for watching. If you have more tips, tricks, and mistakes, please leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. You are the best experts I could ever meet, and I would love to get your expert opinions. Now, here are some more videos for you to enjoy. These are more about playing bass, and these down here, YouTube picked just for you.